I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Woo! Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project! Wow!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
It is what it is.
The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are, however, still outstanding. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when. I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most.
そうか。
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal! Let's get involved!
Why?
Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over there.
That's probably nothing.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Nowhere left to run. Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some mora, we give you a little info. Everybody's a winner.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling you, there's something different about her.
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are. Perhaps... yes. Let's call it fate.
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
Yeah, fuck him up! Fuck him up! Oh, you again.
The Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this? You ought to mind your own business, I swear!
You ain't gonna do shit!
Hello there.
Shenhe,
Shenhe?
my name.
Okay.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe! Paimon's name is... well, Paimon! And this is Paimon's travel buddy!
Really, nigga?
Thank you for helping to defuse the situation. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken to get him to surrender.
Yes!
You can't do that! That's way too violent!
Shut your bitch ass up!
That would be my stomach growling. I haven't eaten enough.
Wait! That's right! They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other, but only took a small bite of each dish. Then of course you're still hungry! So, anything in particular you're hungry for?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals.
What?
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shenhe there for a big medicinal meal.
Lord, please just give me a sign. Where are you going with this shit?
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Chingson, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
She's really eating them!
All right, I gotta leave, okay?
John, we just started. Come on, man.
Listen, there's a lot to see in this life. Not wasting it here.
So, how come you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food? If Paimon had enough mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food and eat it all in one go!
Ha! Poor!
The food of the mortal realm is most delicious. But should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my continued spiritual development. Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Return to the mountains. That proves it. Paimon knew she was an Adeptus. Were you interested in the contest too, Shenhe?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest. However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance. Oh, don't worry. I ask for nothing in return.
Wow, you really don't have to. But having an Adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Then let's not delay. I have a plan. We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us. Then, we alone shall—
Veto! That is not acceptable! Not by a long shot!
Shut your whole mouth!
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's you.
Hello again!
While you're here, though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of. But the Feiyun Commerce Guild would know far more about this than I do.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Thanks, Baiju.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all. And if there's anything further you need from me, just come to the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today. What's going on? And how, pray tell, may I be of service?
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of Sunset Vermilionite?
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang's contest as well. The Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some Sunset Vermilionite, but only one piece. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction, and a lot of interested parties have already come to us inquiring about the price. At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand. In this case, I'm guessing the final transaction price may be in excess of 500 million mora.
500 million?!
Well, shit.
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Who?
Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken, he has already passed away.
Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures, among which was some Sunset Vermilionite.
That's great! But is it really okay for us to just go and take his treasure?
That's probably nothing.
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Sea Gazer was very open-minded. Even while he was alive, he wouldn't have let something like this bother him.
Open-minded? I have not heard of Sea Gazer being described in this way before. May I ask where you read that?
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's go.
There's something about this young lady that reminds me of a good friend of mine.
What? Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did we suddenly end up here?
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the Sunset Vermilionite we're looking for should be in here.
Here we go!
Ooh.
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Do your master's bidding!
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
Peace.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
One eternity later.
Is this it? Is this the Sunset Vermilionite? It's so huge! Wow! activate it here. There's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? Heck, we'll be dragged up into the sky too, but if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it?
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Work it out!
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's gotta be one of those Adepti, surely.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
Facts.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations. This item is approved for submission.
Okay.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel.
Hi there. Checking in, are we? One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour.
I will head to my room for now. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door. See you tomorrow.
Hey, isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing here? Let's go and say hi.
How about new?
One trusts you have met Shenhe. So, are you getting along quite well?
Yes, I am.
So, what's her Adeptus name anyway?
Her Adeptus name? Why, pray tell, would Shenhe have an Adeptus name?
Don't all Adepti have a special title they go by?
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shenhe is human.
Oh, right. Wait, what? What? You knew already? So is Paimon the only one who didn't know?
You disappoint me, man.
I disappoint myself.
One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster. When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days.
Damn!
That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also to the bloodlust and homicidal instinct with which she was born. One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only after she was satisfied that one had no intention to cause her harm did she finally relent. She then passed out without uttering a single word. Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to those around her. Such is the magnitude of the danger this poses, that her soul must be bound with red ropes to keep her homicidal instinct at bay. Let us conclude our conversation here for today.
Tomorrow.
Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky! But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Bywin! And hey, Beidou! And hey! Person Paimon doesn't know?
The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
All in a day's work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch. Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings. Wow. So it looks like the three of us are competitors now.
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help him win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you think?
Sounds great.
I didn't need your help, you know.
Huh. Interesting approach.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores.
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers. Thoughts?
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress first brings all of us a step closer to victory. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Bye, have a great time.
Okay, let's go! By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang, Yunjin?
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera.
Ooh, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go see it.
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit and an adeptus. It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Bruh.
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Of course I have. The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Well, you'll need 2 kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in... What's the story about, though?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool. A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite!
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me." But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up. Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air. That's how the opera ends.
What do you mean?
I really like this story.
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Subrosium.
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Well, whatever. Guess we're on our own here. Shenhe, Yunjin, let's have a look around.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
What? It's...
Shenhe.
Shenhe. You're alive. Yes.
So, Shenhe is the Divine Damsel? Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an Adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the Divine Damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster. It looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera.
Son of a bitch!
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptus from a merchant passing by. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual.
Really, nigga?
I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love.
Shenhe, we're back!
Then I will leave you all in peace. Tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Oh, goodness.
So, are they okay?
This is some top quality ore you found.
Yay!
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can assure—
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us. Ningguang's little secretary, we found all the materials!
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. Okay, I see. I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are the Traveler, Yunjin, and Beidou.
Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my promise. The unveiling of Miss Yoon's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber?
Thank you, Lady Ningguang.
You're quite welcome. You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your sister's whereabouts.
Well, that was a load of shit.
If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is not to say that it will work for you.
Wow, Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration. Let the Ascension ceremony commence!
What the fuck was that? That's a huge bitch! Oh, shit!
Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming!
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
But why?
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No. In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
Yeah, fuck him up! Fuck him up!
All hands! Tsunami incoming!
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
Peace! You are dead! You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
Holy shit! Exclamation mark!
Why are you running? Nope.
Do your master's bidding!
Holy shit!
I did it! I saved the world!
You've been monitoring us for some time now.
Oh shit!
I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shenhe.
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
Excuse a what now?
One finds your performance during this trial satisfactory enough. Traveler, please take good care of Shenhe.
Why?
In fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she may be interested to hear about.
Yes, I am.
There'll be no need for that.
Oh. They are all like this. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you. One shall be going homeward now.
That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair.
批冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。世道为敌人不识，自有知音多情思。 归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。